Okay, so Chasca is seemingly really good, I'm gonna be honest. I have used her a bit. We did a stream. I, raised her to level 80. We're gonna take her into Abyss, but first let's go against the Capybara to just see what kind of damage she's pumping out, right? Honestly, I'm not too impressed with her, but she is level 80, and, that's not including a level 10 talent. Right now, her talent level is level 8. I'm very happy with her. She seems really cool. She seems really good. I just don't know how well she'll handle AoE. I think this is currently her best team just because Shinha needs to be replaced, or, Bennett, also Circle Impact. It's a whole thing here. From what I could tell, if you want to see Chasca actually do damage, you need her to vape, melt, or those two. Other than that, I don't really see a way where Chasca is doing a lot of damage. However, if you pair Chasca with Auroron, then you're looking at something that could be pretty good. Yeah, well, that sucks. Let's see if I can just do this. Yeah. Okay, that's going to give us a load of fanfare, but whatever. All right. So 40,000 there, 85,000. I mean, that's pretty good. Like, that's not great, right? Let's be real. That's not great. I think that was 120,000. I wouldn't be surprised. She can hit those kind of numbers. 120,000, those kind of numbers, she can hit those, right? I'm going to be honest. Now, one thing I don't like about this team is Shinha. Shinha is the #1 character I would get rid of right now, just because her energy, I mean, I have 170% energy, and I still struggle with, being able to get her fully, up. I just don't have this character really doing much. Now, another replacement character you could use for this is Charlotte, but I do not have Charlotte built to a standard where I would like Charlotte. I would go ahead and give her Favonius Codex, right, instead of this weapon. But if we go ahead and we go here, we have Favonius Codex, crits, 100% chance, regenerate energy particles. This would fix all the energy issues on this team. Charlotte is a great option here. I definitely think Charlotte, I probably will start raising Charlotte up a little bit more. She honestly doesn't need that much raising. I just need to give her a proper weapon, and I think we're good after that. Also, instructors would be great for Chasca, because once again, we're doing melts and stuff. My Chasca base has 193 elemental mastery, and that's just because of how much elemental mastery I have on all my pieces, right? I do not have an elemental mastery Sands or Goblet. It's just I have elemental mastery, which allows her to hit a lot harder, right? Now, eventually what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do an electro-charged team in this video, and I will see, sort of the differences, because we do want Auroron. Like, Auroron, we want him to be raised so they can be used together on an electro-charged team. I think that will then, be the #1 team that I can use. I think electro-charge will be good for AoE sort of deal, and then this team is more so for single target. And the reason why I say this team is more single target is because of the way that Chasca works, where she splits her bullets with multiple opponents, right? So having her do reactions could end up only being reactions on one opponent. I messed up there and didn't use Bennett's E-skill. This could end up being a bad idea. But 46,000 on the cryo hit there, and then 70,000, 80,000 there, 70 again. Yeah, I mean, that is very good. No matter what, that is a very good representation, and this is why I needed to press my E-skill on Bennett. Let's go ahead, grab that, and grab this. So we have the buffs here, sort of. Let's go ahead, grab that. One thing is, you don't have to aim with these guys. You just don't. I messed up there. I'm not supposed to right-click. I forgot. All right. Okay. Shinha's burst isn't really that important, but it is certainly something that I would like to have. All right, so let's go ahead, grab this. All right, get out of here. Okay, 48,000 there. And as you can see, 135. Nice. I mean, we are getting a load of attack, I'm going to be honest. We are getting just a ton of attack, right? It's not exactly fair. I would not say that this is great. The rotation here is kind of getting screwed because of the way that Bennett is, doing stuff. And as you can see here, just... yeah, we're doing damage, certainly. Like, her damage, really good, but it's spread out. It's not really that great. And I mean, 138 or 130 or 122 was our time there. That's not bad. Oh, I messed up. Whatever, Sheilanin's fine. It is important to note that we've been getting a lot of boss chambers recently, where bosses are mainly the opponent, right? We haven't really been getting AoE on top of the boss phases anymore. Like, we've had a couple abysses recently that are just like AoE or just bosses. which could be the reason, like, the way that they want to power creep things. Because if you look at Nevi, if you go against a full boss chamber, he's actually not going to be that oppressive because, I mean, he just isn't really a single target guy. The reason why he's, like, the best DPS in the game is because he has good AoE on top of good single target damage, right? So that just makes him way more oppressive. And I think we're probably going to go with defense buffing here just because I do not like buffing any, you know, of the character, right? So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to grab this. Come on, give me my stuff. Okay. How did we freeze this guy immediately? Maybe this is a me thing, but I feel like I should not have been able to freeze that guy. All right, so let's go ahead. We can see this guy. They do also, these guys do have quite a bit. And I mean, you could see the amount of damage that we're doing here. Really nice. I mean, we're cooking here. Oh, hold on. If I had her burst leveled up, I'm going to be honest, it's level 4. It's not even level 4. It is actually level 0. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to gain stacks that way. I think that, you know, she'll be able to work enough on this. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so Fiorina's healing everyone. That's one thing that we desperately need. I'm not seeing a lot of healers. And then, yeah, we could just sit here and just hit this guy doing, like, hundreds of thousands of damage, you know. And then we'll go ahead, grab this. We'll grab that. All right, give me particles. Great. Hold with Shinha. Yeah, as you can see here, it's not, like, tremendous, I feel like. I feel like this isn't great. But this is also level 80 without, you know, talent level up. That is one thing. There's no talent level up really here. So this is Chasca level 80 with talent level 8. And, you know, it's with also Yelan's bow, which is not the best bow for her at all. Like, I don't know how big of a damage increase, you know, her normal stuff is. But I feel like it most certainly... Oh, did we not clear that at 130? I feel like we did. But even still... One thing I have to note is we are getting 80% attack from this Abyss, right? That's something that's affecting Chasca very heavily. Let's just instantly restore everybody's HP. I am not, you know, I'm looking at this. I'm not really, like, super, like, in favor of her. I mean, I figured, did I miss that? No, I didn't. Okay, well, that messed up. All right. So we're not getting the charge attack damage bonus, which Shinha provides. So let's go ahead, grab that. So yeah, you can still do damage like this. This will be actually pretty good for her because these guys are constantly applying themselves with pyro. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's grab this. And as you've seen, we've had energy problems this entire time. But once again, Charlotte can fix those with Favonius Codex so easily. Oh, yeah, this guy. I forgot about that. Yeah, this guy exists and does his stuff. Yeah, I mean, she's not doing like, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just not really seeing what she's really... Like, the numbers on screen make her look like she's doing a lot more damage than she actually is. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm insane, but I feel like I just haven't really been seeing her do that much, right? Oh, man, that really sucks. Yeah, we should have been able to get that done. I might just... Yeah, we're going to do this. All right, let's... Okay, yeah, that's simple. Not bad, honestly. I mean, we did that in 120, right? That's not bad. And I'm used to characters with their weapon or with their C1. Chasca's C1 would be absolutely insane for her because Chasca, what you're really missing is this last slot. This last slot does not have any res reduction, right? If we look at Arlecchino, right? I do this with Arlecchino and I get res reduction, elemental damage bonus, and also that's it for C0, but I get attacks. But, you know, you don't have that good fourth slot, which I think probably, I mean, maybe you run double pyro. I have tried double pyro kind of, but at the same time, I'm kind of iffy on it because I don't know if I want to do it because you have the chance to not convert, and yeah. But let's go ahead and let's grab electro-charge. Now, electro-charge, it seemingly, I'm going to have to go ahead and have just double electro here if I want full electro-charge. I would probably want Auroron instead of Raiden here, right? There's no reason to have Raiden here. I mean, she can buff the burst damage, but that's the burst damage. You don't really care about the burst damage. All right, elemental res again. So we're just simply going to go ahead. We're going to, use the new buffs. Let's go 3,000 damage from electro-charge. Now, my build is a little not so great for this, I'm going to be honest. Ooh, oh, that's a first. Okay, that is a first for me. She got hit out of her thing. Yeah, people have talked about her interruption resistance. I've never really paid attention to it. All right, let's go ahead. Just start off with all this. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Start off with all this. I mean, you can see Chasca's personal damage here is not doing anywhere near like 17,000 there, 18,000. That's not near what she was doing before. Like, we can all know this, right? I feel like Chasca's a little too much like Org, right? I feel like she just kind of needs a little bit more, so that way she doesn't have to pick between single target and AoE. I feel like that we either need a better, Electro character, or a better, I don't want to say better Hydro character, but a character, as you see here, we're doing pretty good with Electro Charge, getting rid of these guys, but at the same time, not so much, right? It's kind of weird. It's weird. Noticing this, it's not that great. I would prefer. Also, a healer would be really nice for Chasca's team, because I don't really see myself running a healer often, and I mean, yeah, no. This is another case of, like, you do so much. Like, maybe with Ororon, right? I would probably give it to Ororon if we had, him. But I don't have him. And as you can see here, we're taking up more time than we did with just the normal Fiorina Bennett team, right? I think Fiorina Bennett for Chasca is going to be pretty, not necessary, but certainly a combo that is tied to her. I don't... Because those two characters, Fiorina's going to be constantly doing damage off field. You can't use Yelan or Xingqiu for that, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure, that Chasca just does not do that. Like, she doesn't proc Yelan or Xingqiu. So, they would not be procking. And, you would have Chasca here. Honestly, yeah, I mean, I can show my build here now. I mean, I really do like her. I really do. It's not even... I really like this character. I have fun with this character. I think she's great. I just think that she needs a little bit more freedom. I think it's a situation of we could possibly see, because we were talking about this in the stream, Citlali, Pyro Archon, both of them are two elements that, she really wants. If Citlali is a cryo healer that also supports, that is basically a combination of Charlotte and also Shinha, which would basically, we don't need anything else beyond that. I don't think Chasca is like one of these characters that's like, oh my god, she's gonna be so insane. I don't really feel that. Maybe I'm wrong, because I normally like to compare characters with their weapon or their C1. I do not have either one of those for Chasca, right? But as of right now, for me, I think she's really good. But I don't think she's competing with, like, these top-tier DPSs, right? I think she's just a tier below them. But that's fine, because she's still super good. And I don't think that she's going to really be a character that holds you back, or a character that's just like, no, this character's bad. Like, it was very easy to do her damage. And I only expect her to get better with, Pyro Archon and, Citlali maybe. I'm saying this, but Citlali could be literally just a DPS. She could be a DPS, and we're just like, oh, okay. But yeah, I do like Chasca. I don't know necessarily if 193 elemental mastery is recommended. Yarn, I'm sorry. I assume I know what you're asking for, and I've already taken all of the Chasca mets. But yeah, 193 elemental mastery might be a little overkill. You probably would want more stats like, crit damage, but I mean, I have 278 crit damage already because of Yelan's bow. I do also want to see what this bow would look like on her, because this would be a pretty fire bow to have on her. My Chasca will get up to 82% crit rate. That's going to be pretty nice, because I believe the way that she works is every single one of her bullets, she has a chance to crit. So every single one of those bullets could not crit. And I think having a good crit rate on this girl is definitely going to be really nice. Although it's not going to be as crucial as to someone like Kinich, who loses like 300,000 damage from his thing. Also, Kinich is going to be really nice with this new abyss. 80% attack, that's going to be really nice for the guy who scales with 1200% attack, right? So yeah, I'll take connection to this Abyss maybe one day. That's a Fiorina build. Oh yeah, I should also mention I have C1 Fiorina, but other than that, my teams basically weren't really whaled out at all. You know, I had Skyward Spine on my Shinha. I had, you know, Aquila Favonia on my Bennett, and I mean, I've gotten 3 of this weapon, right? So yeah, I mean, my teams aren't really whaled out at all. I mean, what else did we do? We just did electro-charge, which wasn't even really, that was just, yeah, it's the same thing. Honestly, I'm excited to see what kind of buffs may be coming for Chasca. I'm gonna be honest. I really do think that the Pyro Archon might buff Chasca quite a bit, depending on how she reacts and how she, you know, does things. Because one thing is, Pyro Archon, if she applies Pyro off field, then Chasca will just vape on her Hydro hits. It's so weird. This character being able to hit on both Pyro and Hydro is actually really nice. And I've seen Hydro hits hit harder or just as strong as Pyro hits when they vape, right? It's very, very good, and I really do like it. And I think, I mean, I've seen people, you know, run Bennett Shangling Fiorina as Chasca's team. I really think we would want that last slot. And, you know, Shinha, I think right now she works pretty well. You know, she's given the cryo damage bonus. She's also given, you know, the normal charge attack damage bonus right here. So that's 30%, or that's just 15% to all of her things, which is very useful for a character who may not be getting all of the buffs. I think number one thing I want for Chasca right now is a healer, like a full team-wide healer. If we get that, then we're cooking. And if that healer also buffs, sort of like Senyun, how Senyun buffs, right? She, you know, turns characters into plunge attacks. I don't think we want to plunge attack with Chasca, but I think that it'll be good and fun if we can actually use it, right? Yeah, my burst isn't leveled up at all. I want to see, what's the scaling? It's not really, I'll have to see what this looks like at a higher level. I'm trying to conserve a lot of my materials right now because I wasn't planning on getting Chasca. But yeah, overall, I can say I'm pretty positive about Chasca. I expect good things of her. I'm going to level 90 her. I might even crown her. I might. If we go ahead and we can look. Actually, we can't look. I'm going to go look at what her level 10 is real quick. All right, I'm not super confident anymore because it doesn't really go up that much if I'm looking at it. It goes from 266 to 299, which is good. That's pretty strong. And it also goes from, you know, 78 to 87 here. And then multi-target fire tap damage isn't really what we're going to be seeing a lot. And then resonance damage. I think that's when you tap your E-skill, right? When you tap your E-skill with Chasca, she does hit, right? That does a hit. But yeah, I do think Chasca's pretty good. And I think, so as a person who compares characters with their weapons or their C1, I mean, the C1 does look pretty good, right? I don't know if it would be better than the weapon, though. I think Chasca probably wants her weapon over her C1 just because, also, we're probably going to see the weapon, or we're probably going to see actual options come out for Chasca's team. Right now, I don't think that she has, like, top tier, really good options that, you know, are super easy to use, right? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.